What if I told you the greatest rapper of the 21st century spent the last decade being mocked, ignored, and written off by the culture he helped build? This is the rise, fall, and fractured legacy of Eminem, the rap god who lost his grip on the throne. Before we continue, please remember to hit that subscribe button and smash that like button to support the amazing stories Legacy Lost brings you. From the jump, Eminem was a paradox. White rapper in a black-dominated genre, poor in a rich man's sport, quiet offstage, and venomous on the mic. And yet, by the year 2000, Marshall Mathers didn't just break into hip-hop. He took a chainsaw to the gate and set the house on fire. Fueled by Dr. Dre's cosign, Eminem dropped the Slim Shady LP, followed by the Marshall Mathers LP, and later the Eminem Show, 3 albums that shifted hip-hop's center of gravity. He was vulgar, brilliant, political, satirical, and downright offensive, but above all, he was undeniable. He wasn't just selling records, he was weaponizing language, punchlines, personas, pop culture parodies. He did it all with flow that could cut glass. He made MTV unsafe for daytime. He had suburban moms terrified. And he had battle-hardened MCs taking notes. By 2002, Eminem wasn't just the biggest rapper in the world, he was the biggest artist in the world. But that kind of fire doesn't burn without smoke, and behind the rapid success, the cracks were already forming. After 8 Mile and the Oscar-winning Lose Yourself, M's legend was cemented, but behind closed doors, his demons were multiplying. Prescription pills, trauma from his upbringing, the loss of his best friend Proof, all of it was boiling beneath the surface. By the time Encore dropped in 2004, fans noticed something was off. The flows were sloppier, the content more juvenile. The man who once surgically dissected his enemies on wax was now rapping about fart jokes and triumphed the insult comic dog. Even he later admitted Encore was made under heavy influence. Then came the silence. For 5 years, Eminem all but vanished from the spotlight. The drugs had taken over. He ballooned in weight, isolated himself, and nearly died from an accidental methadone overdose. It was the kind of quiet that feels permanent, the kind that ends careers or lives. In 2009, Eminem returned with Relapse. Sonically, it was a Dre-heavy horrorcore carnival of serial killers, accents, and grotesque imagery. Some praised the rhyme schemes and technical wizardry. Others couldn't get past the cartoonish delivery and disturbing content. He later admitted he went overboard. The accents, the shock value, the overcommitment to a concept. Fans were split. Some appreciated the artistry, others called it a lyrical train wreck. What many didn't know is that Relapse was meant to be a full series of albums, but after the mixed response, M shelved the sequel and pivoted. Still, the Relapse era gave birth to an important shift. He survived. He was clean, alive, and still capable of wrapping circles around 99% of the game. But survival wasn't enough. He wanted redemption, and it came next. Recovery dropped in 2010 and did exactly what the title promised. It recovered Eminem's standing. Gone were the accents, the horrorcore, the satire. In their place, stadium-sized hooks, motivational bars, and deeply personal lyrics. From Not Afraid to Love the Way You Lie, M was no longer just the Slim Shady clown or the technical monster. He was now a grown man reckoning with his legacy. The production also marked a shift. Dre wasn't the only captain of the ship. M brought in Just Blaze, DJ Khalil, Alex da Kid, a new generation of hitmakers. But with commercial success came a new problem. The hunger was fading. The danger was gone. Slim Shady had become safe. By the Marshall Mathers LP2, fans were divided again. The lyrics were elite, the delivery sharp, but the replay value not the same. And then came the albums that would ignite full-blown backlash. 2017's Revival was in many ways Eminem's artistic low point. The album was bloated, preachy, overproduced, and often awkward. Critics pounced, fans mocked it, and Eminem, for the first time, felt like an aging titan trying to hold on. But he wasn't done. Kamikaze was the clapback. M unloaded on everyone. Critics, mumble rappers, pop stars. It was bitter, angry, but technically incredible. Some called it a return to form. Others called it an old man yelling at clouds. Then came Music to Be Murdered By, which straddled the line. Moments of brilliance, moments of cringe. At this point, even his fans were torn. Is Eminem still GOAT tier, or has the culture passed him by? His output slowed, but the debates didn't. One thing's for sure, he's still respected. His influence still looms. But the rap god aura, it's fractured. So, has Eminem lost his legacy? Not quite. He's not irrelevant. He's not forgotten. He's just no longer feared. He's no longer shaping the culture. He's reacting to it. And in hip-hop, that's the difference between living legend and legacy lost. But if you ask the people who grew up on Stan, Lose Yourself, Until I Collapse, he'll always be the GOAT. Maybe, just maybe, legacy isn't lost. It just evolves.